Hi guys, this is Alex from Masson Lifestyle. I hope everybody's doing well. So I thought that I would do a really quick video about kind of like spring trends that I'm seeing lately. It's kind of like when and I will say this, I'm not one to go look at look at things in stores because I make my own clothes. But Simplicity just released patterns for Simplicity, and then they also release patterns for Vogue, which the Vogue patterns, again, Carlos, oh my God, he did an amazing job with these patterns. And I should probably do one of my famous videos, kind of like telling you about the pattern and where he got the inspiration. There was a lot of Chanel in there, but we'll get to that at some other point. But I wanted to tell you about some 5 spring trends that I think that we can definitely adjust in subtle ways and make them our own. So I'm going to tell you about the first one. I'm seeing a lot of crochet dresses, eyelet fabric, or lace trims. I don't know if you have seen the Emmeline, I think it's called the Emmeline blouse from Classic Core Patterns. It is their crew pattern for the month of February. So you just have like 1 or 2 days to get that pattern. And she has a great video, which I linked below, on doing lace insertions. I've actually done lace insertions in the past with some ladder lace that I got off of Etsy. And I had to dye it and the whole 9 yards because I go crazy about that kind of matching stuff. But I'll put a picture up of the dress. I actually love this dress, and I could have gone a little bit more crazy with the lace insertions, but I didn't want to. But I'm seeing a lot of that. Cézanne, which is a brand, a clothing company out in France, they have some great blouses this year that you can really get a lot of inspiration for it. Or in my case, I saw this fabric also from Stone Mountain and Daughter Fabrics. They're out in California, and they had this fabric. They had posted it on Instagram. And guys, if you knew how I buy fabric, it's like, maybe let's put it in the cart. Let me think about it 2-3 days. I don't know how I feel about it. So I kind of toss it around quite a bit. There's a lot of, for that fabric, I just got 2.5 yards right away. And I'm thinking I'm gonna make an A-line dress and kind of really play with the hem, and probably something sleeveless, play a little bit with the color. And we'll see what happens there. I got 2.5 yards, so not a ton, but enough that I can make a really nice dress and wear it for spring or summer. But going back to the Emmeline blouse from Classic Core, and again, check out this video because they give you an amazing amount of great ideas how to do lace insertions. She does them vertically, horizontally. Mine was on the bias in my dress, so that's a little bit more hairier because you have to make sure that your fabric stabilizes and all that good stuff. And you have to keep in mind seam allowances, right? Especially like on the armholes, and you're making things larger, especially if you have sleeves. So a lot of things to consider, but if you keep those things in mind, you can make something absolutely beautiful. And of course, keeping it, you can either go into the romantic way or you can go into a little bit more modern, but still on trend. So definitely check out that video. Another trend that I'm seeing, and guys, I put in the blog some patterns that I saw. If you see Vogue 2031, that's one of the newer patterns. They have lace insertions on the sleeves, really nicely done, and also vertically. Another one of Vogue patterns is Vogue 2004. And also has some lace trim. So again, you don't have to go full-blown lace insertions. It can also be just an eyelet fabric, right? I know that Style Maker Fabrics has some eyelet fabric. So if you don't want to deal with like cutting fabric and making sure that it's sealed, or how, you can also get just eyelet fabric like I did, right? And just go with that, right? Just go with that and you're still gonna be on trend, but classic, and it'll kind of, you know, a nice piece of garment that'll be here now and then next year that you can still use it. And if you're a little shy about like lace insertions, you know what? Just do perhaps 2 or 3 inches above the hem and put a lace insertion there. That would also look beautiful, right? So another thing that I kind of saw quite a bit, and I saw this in Oscar de la Renta and also Carolina Herrera. They just had their shows for fall, but of course I always kind of go check out their website for what's going on in spring. And I saw a lot of embroidery, like really nice embroidery, not ugly stuff. So if you have an embroidery machine, my goodness, and you don't use it, it's time to definitely use it. You can and it's like, it's almost like 3D, like it comes out, right? You have embroidery and it just comes out just ever so slightly. So I'm gonna put a couple of pictures up from Carolina Herrera and Oscar de la Renta. Guys, this is all embroidery and it's really nicely, tastefully done, right? We always love that, tastefully done. So there you have those. And then Simplicity also has, I don't know if you guys check out their website, but I do. They came out with some new patterns for spring, and they actually have some like detachable floral. And again, you can use this as much or as little as you want, but they actually have a tutorial on how to do this. And if you go to the blog, I linked it in there, but also check out Pattern Simplicity 3101, right? That one is a lot of fun. Something that I also noticed, a lot of pastel colors. Usually in seasons past, I've seen a lot of just brighter colors for spring, which, you know, spring is whatever you want it to be, right? Whatever you want it to be. But I saw a lot of like barely there pinks, like very pale mint green or pale blues. Just gives you a little bit of like lightness, romance. So kind of think about that when you are purchasing fabric, right? Perhaps it might be a really nice button-down shirt with like lavender stripes, right? And again, this is something that can take you spring. You can use it in summer. You can put it away and dust it, wash it, and put it again on next year. So again, don't think that this is when they call it trends, trendy trends, probably something that you are on trend, but it's still something that you can use next year and the year after, okay? Another thing that I noticed, a lot of drop waist, tons of drop waist. I don't know how I feel about it, but definitely a lot of it out there. Again, I saw a lot of this from Oscar de la Renta, and I'll put a picture up. That is a beautiful dress. Obviously, it's perhaps a little too short but we know how to lengthen hemlines, right? We know how to do that. Now check out McCall's M8551 and Simplicity 3096. I know that the Simplicity pattern, Brittany J. Jones just made it in red fabric. She looked absolutely fabulous in it. So again, she kind of ditched the sleeves and she looks amazing. So this is one of those things that I think I'm going to kind of try and see how it looks. And then another trend that I saw, which I don't know if I would fall under it. It would look well on me because I have broad shoulders, but that is kind of like really modern. They call it modern feminine tailoring. And it's really like, think oversized blazers, cinch waist, and high trousers. High trousers, yeah, I can totally get down with that. But, you know, oversized blazers, I don't know if that one will look good on me. But Mimi G released Simplicity 3071 oversized blazer. It looks like it's a unisex pattern. So, because Norris is in the cover with her. So definitely check those out. And guys, I put all of these on the blog with links and all that good stuff. And it's looking like, unfortunately, Joann's is not gonna make it after all. I kind of went to my store yesterday because of course I needed thread for this. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to ask them to match my thread. So I went looking yesterday for thread and it was just kind of sad. Sad to see it all unravel, right? And know that in a couple of months, the people that I used to go visit, I would say maybe at least twice a week, talk to them, ask about how their moms were doing and all that good stuff, the kids and all of that will no longer be there. So it's kind of hard to lose another resource, even though sometimes kind of like we had a love and hate relationship with Joann's, but what can you do? I know that this weekend I have a sew along coming up. So that is for a really nice brand who I absolutely love. And guys, next week I'm going to tell you more about my app. My app is called Measure Ease. I have not been sewing a lot this past couple of months because I have been working, I would say, most of the day. In between juggling being a mom and a wife, I've been working on this app. If you have an iPhone, and if you would like to test the app, I've gotten some great feedback on Instagram already, and I'm making some changes. But if you have an iPhone or an iPad, it works on an iPad too. And if you would like to test it, please email me, and I'll put a little something on the description box below. If you would like to test it, I would love to have you as a tester and get some feedback from you. I am currently making some changes based on the feedback that I've gotten from Instagram, but I would definitely love to hear from you because you're a follower, a subscriber here. So if you are open to testing, I would love to have you test it. All right, guys, this is it for this week, and I will see you next time. Bye.